Week 4 of the PWL season. I'm your commentator, Joe Adams, accompanied by Jaquilliam.
Thanks, Joe. Let's meet the players for today's match. Playing for the Bethany Herons is free agent Daniel Winkle. For the Hillsborough Highlanders is Tanner Jenkins. And representing the Rose City Wreckers is 5th Planked Rare, Kane Ball So Hard Edmonds.
Playing for the Cedar Mill Shockwave is 6th ranked player Jack Fairhurst. For the Beaverton Ballers is Audrey Winkle. And representing the Aloha Gladiators is Camille Jorgensen. With the introductions finished, let's prepare for match 1.
Oh, and it looks like Daniel Winkle is serving to Camille Jorgensen. And just like that, the ball is already live. Pretty normal play here. Oh, but we're going to the side of the table now. And Daniel Winkle misses the table.
Unfortunate hit there for Daniel Winkle.
Yeah.
Looks like now we got 5 players left. Let's see who's next on the chopping block. Who's to serve? Looks like Camille Jorgensen is for the Gladiators, is up to serve next. Hit. 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 Some pretty decent hits there from Kane Edmonds, I think. Jack Ferris just putting the ball back on the table. Kane Edmonds putting a little bit more power into a straight shot, but not everything he's got, obviously. Audrey Winkle almost does a Fergie special, and so does Camille, but even though she got there, she wasn't able to hit it back on the table, which means she's out next.
Wow, that was a surprise right there, I must say, Joe. Yet another regicide, I think, from Kane Edmonds. And now, Tanner Jenkins is serving. Oh wait, were those regicides from Jack Fairhurst?
No, I believe...
Yeah, I think Jack Fairhurst was last.
Well, yeah, I think you might be right about that.
Wow, that is surprising. Really good play here. Some fast hits on the sides of the table. We don't see those very often. And wow, a great and kind of lucky corner shot from the Audrey Winkle.
Yeah, those hits are always a little lucky, but you know, it was enough to get the 5th ranked player of the game out. That's good for everyone else in the match. So now we're down to our final 3 between Tanner Jenkins, Jack Fairhurst, and Audrey Winkle. Let's see who's going to take the cake for this match. We're starting off with some pretty basic hits here. Tanner Jenkins, known for a little spin. And wow, what a hit from Audrey Winkle getting that back on the table. Kind of a little midair spin there. And right there, did she get a second lucky hit in a row as Jack Ferris dives for the ball, but he's not able to get there in time, which means that's another elimination, which means now we're down to our championship round.
Wow, Joe, that may be the craziest back-to-back luck hits I've ever seen. And now it's just Tanner Jenkins and Audrey Winkle battling it out. And Audrey Winkle has gotten out.
And we're already out, and Tanner Jenkins already won the first match. And our first sponsor of the day is Sean Subs. Forget Subway. Sean Subs is the best sandwich joint in town.
Yeah, I gotta say, I love Sean Subs sandwiches. They just make the best in the whole town.
That's right. Sean Subs are very long, and they're very girthy. Just like the Ballers' bananas.
Yes, and the Highlanders hot dogs.
Yeah, just very long and girthy is a great way to describe this league in general.
Yeah, that's a good description, Joe.
All right, so now we're starting off with match 2 here. Everyone's looking to get some better points for their team. Let's see what Jack can do with this hit. Perfect. I mean, what a hit. Wow. Tanner Jenkins able to reverse that and able to get Audrey Winkle out, who came second last match. Now she's 6th.
Wow, that is a surprise right there. From second to last. Not a great performance. It looks like Tanner Jenkins serving to Kane Edmonds. And got some pretty normal play right here. Hope that nobody misses the ball or anything. That would be terrible. And just really slow right now. Let's see if someone can speed it up. Like Kane Ball So Hard Edmonds. But it doesn't look like he's gonna. Just still some pretty slow hits here. Oh, little corner shot and a power slam by Tanner Jenkins.
That's right, great recovery there for a hit from Tanner Jenkins.
Oh, wow. And just completely gets Kane Edmonds out.
That's right, not a great start for the number 5 ranked player in the whole league. But now we're down to our final four. Jack Fairhurst and Tanner Jenkins returning from the last final four. Camille Jorgensen and Daniel Winkle are newcomers. Let's see what Jack does on this hit. Just does another slow hit. And Tanner does the same, but it goes off the side. Now Daniel might have an opportunity to do something with this one. Oh, very slow gameplay from here. This is really boring. I think we should all change the channel. Alright, now things are getting interesting. If you change the channel, you chose the wrong time. And Daniel hits the ball back. Good side of table here from all these players, but Daniel Winkle is the next out, which means now we're down to our final three.
It's tough to see, Joe. Once again, the Herons not doing so great. Oh, and looks like we've already got it started off here. Ooh, quick hit from Jack. Quicker hit from Tanner. Can Camille recover? No, she cannot. Just like that, Camille Jorgensen is out.
That means Jack Fairhurst and Tanner Jenkins will meet in the championship round. Tanner Jenkins here for his second time. 6th ranked player Jack Fairhurst here for his first. Already starting off with some strong hits. And Jack Fairhurst hits it a little bit, maybe a little too much to the side than he planned on, and just wasn't enough. We take a look at that replay. A really nice power hitter there from Tanner Jenkins. So at the end of match 2, Highlander Tanner Jenkins takes the lead with a perfect, so far, 10 points with 2 match wins.
6th ranked player Jack Fairhurst trails close behind with 7 points, and baller Audrey Winkle and gladiator Camille Jorgensen are tied for third with 4 points each.
5th ranked player Kane Edmonds takes an unexpected 5th place at this point in the game with only 3 points to his name, and free agent Daniel Winkle brings up the caboose with 2 points. So it looks like we have a pretty segmented game here. Those top 2 have a lot of the points, and then those bottom 4, not really much between them. It reminds me of America's share of wealth between the wealthy and the poor. So now here we are in match 3. I believe it's Kane Edmonds who started with the serve, and it looked like we already have a player out. Daniel Winkle already out. This is very terrible. Yep. I think I might have heard a ghost there a little bit, whispering around.
It's tough to see, Joe.
It's kind of scary in here now.
Yeah. Alright, and we're just getting it started again. Kane to Jack to Tanner. And this time Tanner plays a little more safe with a slow hit. And looks like everyone's just trying to play a little bit more conservative and rack up some points for their team. Oh, and a quick hit from Tanner Jenkins once again gets Camille Jorgensen out.
That's right. We're down to our final 4, and Tanner Jenkins, he's already looking like one of the premier aggressive shooters of the league. He's got a really nice power shot. You know, we haven't really seen too much of his corner shots, so we'll have to see how good he is at those. But on those power shots, he's at least gotten those down. He can do it with the best of them. And Jack Fair smartly takes that as a bad serve as it goes off the side. He could have hit it, but he'd rather give Kane Edmonds a serve penalty. And Tanner Jenkins just gets himself out.
Oh my goodness, am I seeing this right?
I thought it touched the table a little bit, but it must be the video, it must be my own eyes, but I can't believe it. Tanner Jenkins just got out after winning 2 straight matches.
That is surprising to see, to say the least. And now it looks like it's just Jack Fairhurst, Audrey Winkle, and Kane Edmonds. And just like that, Audrey Winkle has been eliminated.
Yeah, if we look at the replay here, it looks like Jack Fairhurst did a pretty smart power hit on a Fergie special from Audrey Winkle and got her out. Which means now we're down to our championship match. Jack Fairhurst back here for the second time, and Kane Edmonds finally looking like a top 5 player in the championship round. I mean, it's about time that he got here. This is an interesting matchup, too. We got the 5th and the 6th ranked right next to each other in the league rankings in this match. Oh, Jack got a little bit of Vietnam flashbacks from that Audrey hit earlier in the match, but it was not as bad as last time. He was able to recover pretty quickly. Looks like we're going straight to the power hitter game. That's what we see from a lot of the top-ranked players. Is they don't really like to do the corner shots as much as they just like to show off that arm strength. And Jack Fairhurst takes match 3 for the Cedar Mill Shockwave. And that's a 3rd place, and then a 2nd place, and then a 1st place for Jack Fairhurst. So it leads me to believe maybe a 6th place is next.
Yeah, who knows?
But next time, for our next sponsor for today is Safeway, and I'll never forgive Safeway for replacing all the Albomboses in the world with Safeways. But I don't know about you.
Uh, yeah, it's really just a travesty. All of the Albombos are now gone, but they have been replaced with Safeways, and it's a delight to see because we love Safeway,
Yeah, we do.
apparently. Or at least we got money from them.
Jack Ferris is going to be serving for match 4 after winning match 3. And it looks like Daniel Winkle's already out on a great serve receive from Kane Edmonds, who was in that top 2 last round.
Who knows? There could have been some conspiracy there, and we could never know, really. But here we see again, great serve from Jack, great receive from Kane. Oh, and Audrey was actually able to return that surprisingly, and we've made it all the way around the table back to Kane. And now looks like it's a little slow. We'll see if someone can do something with any of these hits. Oh, am I seeing this right? Camille Jorgensen does not put enough power onto her hit, and she gets out.
Yeah, that's her 3rd, 5th place of the game. Not a good showing for the Gladiators thus far.
Really disappointing, Joe.
So now we got Kane Edmonds and Jack Fairhurst and Tanner Jenkins, some familiar faces here in the Final 4.
Yep.
But we got Audrey Winkle as well. And that looks like a bad serve on Kane Edmonds.
Yep.
Penalty there. See if he tries to do it again. Oh, that's going to be a bad serve on Jack. Now I think we're 1-1, and he swaps the side of the table because he doesn't want to deal with that crack anymore, which is what black people said in the late 90s in low-income neighborhoods. And now we're off to the serve. Let's see what happens. Audrey Winkle with a good serve receive here. Kane Edmonds, I don't know, maybe he was stuck in a time warp.
Who knows?
A time warp or something. You almost forgot that you're supposed to stay on the same side. And there he is, Kane Edmonds, missing the ball.
Wow.
And he gets out 4th place.
He was really trying to recover from that time warp, Joe.
Yeah.
They couldn't seem to do it.
He could not recover from the from the time warp he was stuck in there.
Oh, and look at that. Audrey gets out. A nice power hit from... Was that from Jack Fairhurst?
Yeah, I'm just thankful that Audrey Winkle didn't run straight into that in that tripod like Daniel Winkle did a couple games ago.
Cost the league hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, that was actually billions of dollars in damages. All right, now in the championship round, we have a rematch between Jack Fairhurst and Tanner Jenkins for match 2. We're going to see if Jack Fairhurst can maybe get a measure of revenge here against, I don't know, the Green something. I can't think of a nickname fast enough. Call him the Hulk.
Yeah.
Tanner the Hulk Jenkins.
That works, Joe.
Jack's doing a pretty safe serve here. He doesn't want to get that power shot, but for some reason he goes straight to working with power shots instead of working on the curveball game.
Seems like he's doing pretty well, honestly.
He's fending well for himself. That looks like a replay-worthy hit, and here we go. Let's see what we get from Tanner Jenkins. Boom! That was a really fast hit, probably one of the fastest I've ever seen. That was just a great hit.
And looks like Tanner's holding up the L to Jack. He really does deserve it.
So 4 matches in, and Tanner Jenkins and the Highlanders continues his dominance, adding a 3rd match victory to his score as he scores 17 points thus far. Jack Fair stays right behind him, bridging the gap with a match win and a 2nd place as he trails by 1 with 16.
Audrey Winkle takes sole possession of 3rd with back-to-back 3rd-place finishes, boosting her total to 10. 5th-ranked player Kane Edmonds jumps into 4th with 9 points as Camille Jorgensen drops to 5th with 6 after 2 5th-place finishes.
That leaves free agent Daniel Winkle in last again as he placed last in back-to-back matches to stay at 2 points. That's a difficult gap to bridge, Jaquilliam.
Yep, that's a good point.
So here we are in match 5, Audrey Winkle to serve, and I think, I might have missed it, I think Camille Jorgensen? No? Okay, she's walking back to the table, I think. Oh, yep, she's still alive. It must have been a serve on Tanner Jenkins. So, yep, here we go. Let's see the whole play here. We got Henry Waddell there in the corner of the camera reffing this game, and a good hit from Daniel Winkle, but Audrey Winkle is able to recover, and Camille Jorgensen again also with a great recovery. I mean, that was some good plays from those two right there. Daniel's already looking way better right now than he did in his first 4 matches. And right there, after a great receive from Camille, the very next play, she just completely throws it over the table. That's a last place for Camille Jorgensen. That's unsightly.
Yep. Once again, I'm saying it's tough to see, Joe. All right.
It is tough to see.
Oh, Tanner.
Especially if you're blind.
Oh, yes, you're right.
And that's Jack Fairhurst getting out there. He sent it clear over the table, trying to get a little bit of a fancy schmancy hit in, but it didn't work out for him. And without Jack Fairhurst in the equation, and just now Kane Edmonds has also left the equation, this might be an easy win for who we all know, Daniel Winkle.
It's just these easy serves that Audrey's giving him.
And that is, I think that's 3 straight off-the-serve kills for Tanner Jenkins. He's looking a little bit like Ben Clement right now.
Yeah, who knows? That could have been conspiracy. We'll never know.
It's not going to be conspiracy because Audrey just did it to herself. So that's 4 straight for Tanner Jenkins. But we're going to go straight to an ad break here. We got Kodak Amusement, rival to Sirloin Corp, for the best amusement park in the world. What do you think, Jaquilliam?
I gotta say, I love Kodak Amusement. They're probably one of my favorite amusement parks, if not the best of all time.
Of all time?
Yes. I know it's a lot to say, but I believe that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, personally, Kodak Amusement. You know, I know Sirloin also sponsored us, but, you know, Kodak. All right, we got match 6 here. Serving is the Aloha Gladiators, Camille Jorgensen. So that's a little bit of an advantage for her. But she's going to waste it all away as she just hits it with her hand, and that's back-to-back last place finishes. You know how many points that is for her last 2 matches?
How many is that?
That's 0.
Wow. That must be really embarrassing for all of the gladiators involved. Looks like I don't even know what happened there.
I don't know. What just happened? I think maybe Audrey was trying to give the ball back to serve, and Daniel just hit it clear across the table because he's serving now.
I guess that's first serve on someone. Anyway,
I think Daniel.
It is now live. And fast hit from Tanner, and there is no way Daniel's recovering from that.
That's right. Let's get him on the bench. That's all we're gonna see of Daniel tonight. Okay, now we're down to our final 4. Tanner Jenkins in the final 4. All 6 matches. Jack Fairhurst, final 4, all 5 matches besides one. Audrey Winkle and Kate Edmonds also here. So it looks like Audrey Winkle is going to be next because the king just keeps on getting killed. Jack Fairhurst with a chance to make everyone's lives easier by getting Tanner Jenkins out. We're going to find out who's next. Ooh, a good hit there from Jack, but Tanner's able to receive it. Jack's classic backhanding. Hitting it straight to Tanner Jenkins. It's quite the strategy to get him out. Hit it straight to the player. Yeah, once again, I mean, Tanner Jenkins is just a magnet for Jack's balls.
Honestly, I think Jack's just trying to play conservative, you know?
Yeah, possibly. But, you know, it's hard to tell because Jack's hits are they're really nice. You know, he doesn't, just hit it up in the air. He still makes them, he still makes you work for it, even on his conservative hits.
You gotta give him that, Joe.
This is a long rally. Everyone here not doing anything too fancy. Everyone's still doing some pretty nice hits across the table, but, you know, nothing. Oh, Tanner Jenkins. Oh, but Camille gets it. Audrey Winkle gets it onto the corner where she's able to receive. And that one was too much. Audrey Winkle tried to get to it, and she did get to it, but not enough. Hit to her non-dominant side. Smart play there from Tanner Jenkins.
Yep, she had a couple of great receives from Tanner Jenkins, but when you're after the Hulk, there's not a lot that you can do.
That's true.
Oh, and looks like that's first serve on Kane. Looks like Jack thought it was a little too quick, so he didn't swing. Oh, and we're off to the races already. Great return by Kane Edmonds. And, oh my goodness! Yeah, there's almost no way to return that.
Yeah, a lot of talent in that match right there, Jack. Everyone hitting it super hard, and, you know, just a matter of time before someone gets out. Now we have a 3rd rematch between Jack Fairhurst and Tanner Jenkins.
Can he finally take it home?
No, he can't. He destroys himself immediately. Let's watch that replay. Here's Jack thinking about what to do, and I don't think he thought about doing that.
I don't think he had much chance anyway, Joe.
Well, here we are at the end of the game. Daniel Winkle sat in last the whole game. Tripling his score over the last 2 matches wasn't enough as he scores 6 points for the Herons. Camille Jorgensen ties Winkle in last after coming last both the last 2 matches, scoring a total of 6 points but having the better statistical record with 1 elimination.
Fifth-planked rayer Kane Edmonds obviously had an off game today as he scores just 14 points, reaching the top 3 only twice the whole game. He had the third best stats with 3 eliminations and 2 regicides, but it wasn't enough to place him any higher. Audrey Winkle takes today's bronze medal as she scores 16 points for the Ballers, a good game indeed.
6th-ranked player Jack Fairhurst takes the silver with a great 21-point performance with 5 eliminations and 1 regicide. But Tanner Jenkins wins the game for the Hillsborough Highlanders, winning 5 of 6 matches to score 27 points with 14 eliminations and 7 regicides, an insane performance for Hillsborough.
That'll do it from the booth. I'm Jaquilliam, and he's Joe Adams, and we'll see you for Game 2 on the PWL.
Thanks for watching. Balzac.